now. And a look at that bracket. State-ranked Austin Westlake, number 5 in Texas, to take on Clark High of San Antonio. Victoria and Brownsville Rivera, an incredible game tonight that we'll show you highlights of coming up. San Antonio's John Marshall taking on Churchill, and then Clark also in action. Here's Clark against Westlake. Early on, it's Dylan Becker. 50 yards on the field goal, and it's good. And the Chaps lead it 3-0. Not done yet. Brett Robin, 61-yard run by Robin. This would set up a Westlake touchdown, and they then make it a 9-0 lead. But Clark comes back. Jimmy Islora, a 2-yard touchdown drive. It is 9-7 Westlake, only up by 2. But Ryan Reed comes up. Watch that one-handed catch by Reed. He's done it before, and he does it again here. 18-7 Westlake leading. Then it's Islora fighting right back, 37 yards on the wraparound. The trick play works. 18-13 Westlake leading at that point. But at this point, the Chaps take over. Drew Brees, their outstanding quarterback. Big bomb, 78 yards to Ryan Reed. Westlake goes on to get the victory, 33-19, and the Chaparrals are winners over the Clark Cougars. Westlake on the roll, and Westlake moves on to meet the winner of this contest. And what a game it would be as Victoria would take on Brownsville Rivera. Incredible matchup, one that would take full advantage of the overtime regulation. As we take a look at the highlights of this one, and Victoria's Stingarees in action against the Rivera Raiders. Remember, Rivera came off that surprising win over previously unbeaten Nicky Rowe. But in this contest, with 3-0 Victoria leading at the half, Rivera kicked the field goal to tie in the fourth quarter, and that's when the fun starts. 6-yard touchdown run by Cedric Brown to make it 10-3. Then Rivera comes right back. Jesse Alvarez to George Height, splits 2 defenders. In 30 seconds, it's a tie game again at 10. Victoria with an interception on the next possession. Then it's Gerald Neal taking it in from 24 yards out. Rivera on top, 17-10. 25 seconds remaining. Justin Mahalik on the catch with the tying touchdown pass. We're tied at 17, and we head into overtime. And in overtime, each team scores touchdowns and extra points. It was 24 all, 31 all, 38 all. It ends on an 80-yard interception return for a touchdown, and Victoria wins it. Our Valley Region correspondent Dave Brown joins us now for this. And Dave, an incredible matchup for this one tonight as Victoria comes out of it. How do you explain how this one ends?
Well, Craig, you and I have talked about this before, this change in the rule from penetrations to overtime. And people had always said it would be too devastating for people to lose games on the field. And we all said, well, wait a minute. How is it more devastating than losing by the scorekeeper scorebook when you don't break the 20-yard line? But tonight, this had to be devastating because these teams, a low-scoring game, the defenses played great. Rivera had 2 touchdowns called back on penalties in the first 3 quarters of the game. Victoria was on the verge of breaking this game open, and they would make a turnover. We get to 3-0, then 3-3, and then they start trading touchdowns. And we get to the overtime. And the first overtime, Victoria went first. They scored, took a 24-17 lead. Rivera on 4th down scored the touchdown to make it 24-23, then kicked the extra point. Then we're going back and forth, 31 all, 38 all. And the 4th overtime, first play, the pass was intercepted and run back 80 yards for the winning touchdown in the final 44-38. For those of us that have been around high school football for a long time, this gets your heart going. I mean, it's the kind of thing, this is what the overtime rule was meant to be, and it was a terrific evening of football. And hats off to both clubs. They gave a great effort tonight.
All right, Dave, thank you very much for the time. We appreciate that. That's Dave Brown, our Valley Region correspondent. Incredible matchup tonight. Brownsville Rivera getting the win, or rather Victoria getting the win over Brownsville Rivera in 4 overtimes, 44-38. Let's go to the bottom half of the bracket now. You see the matchup in...
The world will be giving thanks for their health and their families. The Victoria High Stings will be giving thanks for the opportunity to play Austin Westlake on Friday. How they got that opportunity, however, is nothing short of a miracle, but miracles do happen. So let's take you back to Corpus Christi for one of the most exciting games you are ever going to see. In the first half, Clayton Ellinger, the 20-yard field goal just before the half. That was the score at the half, 3-0 on the lone field goal by VHS. No scoring in the third quarter, so we go to the fourth. Brownsville's Benito Lopez, the 37-yard field goal, good. Ties the game at 3. 11:16 left to go. This game would get interesting. Cedric Brown here. VHS, the 4-yard run, 10-3, 4:44 left to go in the game. The ensuing possession, the Raiders would answer. Jesus Alvarez, the pass to George Height. 77 yards. Height will go for the touchdown. Lopez adds the PAT. It's 10-10 now in the fourth quarter. The next possession, BHS failed to score, so the Raiders get the ball back, and they would strike again. Running back Gerald Neal, 21 yards for the touchdown. 17-10 Brownsville, 1:33 left in regulation. Robert Mejia would have to go 95 yards with the Stings in 1.5 minutes, or the season would end, and Mejia would dig deep. Here, Mejia will find Cedric Brown. Great catch by Brown, 24 yards to the Victoria 49, the clock running though. Next play, Mejia finds Justin Mishak on the run, 49 yards, and the touchdown. Nellinger with ice water in his veins adds the extra point. Right here, that ties the score at 17 with 25 seconds left to go. We will go to overtime. Each team gets an equal amount of possessions from the 25 in overtime. There is no clock. Victoria High would go first. Brown, a 3-yard touchdown run. Brownsville would answer though. Height from Alvarez here on 4th and 4. We go to the second overtime. Brownsville gets the ball first. A wide open Freddie Blanco, the pass from Alvarez. 31-24 Raiders. But Brown there, a 30-yard touchdown run would tie it. Third overtime. VHS gets the ball first. It's Brown again. Back and forth we go. Alvarez, a great pass to Alfred Coronado, 25 yards. PAT makes it 38-38, forcing a fourth overtime. And then Brandon Grunwald ends all of the madness right here. Grunwald going 85 yards, and the win, the final. Amazing. 44-38 Victoria High. Let's take a look now what the Stings will be facing this Friday night in Houston.
Everybody played their good side. That's all I can say. Oh, Robert was outstanding. You know, we had some pressure situations. He didn't get down on himself when things were bad. Robert just stepped it up.
I mean, I can't even ask the question
right now. Oh, it takes a lot of concentration without the offense getting us down there. I'd never have a chance to do it. Defense, hold them, giving our offense a chance to get down there. I mean, it's teamwork. If we didn't have them, I'd never get my opportunity, and without them,
it was hard. We had to. I seen the look in their eyes when they went into overtime. We just had to dig deep inside ourselves. We found it.
In words what they had seen, others could only remain speechless. That's because words like amazing, unbelievable, and stunning could do no justice to what the Stings had accomplished on the field. Merriam-Webster must have been rolling in his grave Friday night. Not even he could have come up with the word to describe Victoria High's 44-38 win over Brownsville Rivera. Then again, neither could many of the people who took part in and watched what will go down as one of the gutsiest performances in Victoria High football history.
Oh, hey, listen, our kids, you know, we never give up, you know, and our kids, you know, the determination in their face when he scored, we knew we were going to get it down there. You know, Robert ended up making a beautiful throw. That's a route that we'd worked on all week long, and you know, he threw a perfect strike to Justin Mihawk, and then, boy, that overtime deal, I'm voting against that after this. I tell you, that was the most exciting thing I've ever been in. You know, you just got to give Brownsville Rivera's kids tremendous credit. You know, nobody deserved to lose this football game. What a battle.
So whether it is fate, divine intervention, or whatever, Sting fans still have their eyes on the prize. They just may not be able to come up with the words to describe how the Stings left Corpus Friday night with a win.
You know, those guys played a great game, and I promise you, you know, we're lucky to be here. I tell you, in my 24 years of coaching, I've never been involved in a game like this. You know, if you're in Victoria and you didn't come to this game, I'm telling you, hey, that's the worst $6 decision you've ever made in your life.
Now we'll take a look at what the Stings have coming up this Friday. It is Victoria High versus Austin Westlake. That's Friday the 29th. Kickoff 7:30 p.m. at Tully Stadium. That's in Houston. I don't think you can top last night's game, but best of luck to the Stings as they have their eyes on the prize and continue their 96 playoff run.
And Westlake